go into now, but can really refine the area that you're studying and that you're researching. And then you can save your searches and set up an email update so that you constantly get emails for what's new around the world for grants. This to Grant Connect is the publicly available grants for the Australian government. And then there's a link to Advance Queensland, which is the Queensland government site. So you're probably all very familiar with those. Just briefly, the library can help you, or you can to train in understanding your metrics to support your grant applications. So basically the research performances that you would look at is the number of publications you've got, career citation counts, the number of citations per publication, and looking at alt metrics to capture those that aren't in the major databases, and looking at your collaboration level. So the databases that can help you the most will be your Web of Science, Scopus, and Google Scholar. And if you're looking at trying to find out information about your journal qualities and the rank of publications, then you can go to Insights and Skyvale. I've just put a link on here too to Metric. This is a metrics toolkit. And this is really good, particularly for the early researchers, because sometimes the metrics, the numbers aren't very kind if you're just starting out, or you've had a big breaks with looking after family. And some of those H-index, well, it just doesn't capture things that you've excelled at. And so this toolkit provides a definition of all the metrics that are available and where the strengths and weaknesses are, so that you can better create something that reflects your strengths. So that's just a link that's there. And the library supports you with helping with engagement, just to help you find who your end users are. And there's a link here to Companies and Industry Guide, which sort of provides a link to databases and websites for Australian and international companies that may be using your research. Or and then there's Google Alert, which is the same kind of thing. It just provides you with information, gives you alerts of what's happening in your research area, and just so you can keep up to date. Social Searcher is another one which just looks at social media, and that has an email alert system as well, which can connect you to the people that you need to be connected with. The library also outlines engagement strategy. And as you can see, these are all linked for you to go straight to the page. And that's just looking at how best to engage. So where you should publish, thinking about setting up websites and blogs, which have got, straight English language for us who are not experts in the field to understand. Conferences. It also looks at publishing your data as well as just your papers, because that can give you a further reach for others that may want to contact you about your data. I just show you this here is the Economic and Social Research Council's Impact Toolkit. And although it's social science and it's not life sciences, the actual toolkit provides you with some really good tips on getting your message out there, developing this engagement strategy to kind of help when you're writing your proposals about what you've actually achieved and what you want to achieve. And so this is just evidence of engagement, what you need to write down in your proposals, membership of committees, contribution to editorial boards of journals and conferences, organising committees and peer reviews, looking at your invitations to provide expert comment or consultation with media, professional developments or training that you did, public lectures, and engagement with foundations. So looking at the impact of your research, this is where we get into, I guess, the nitty-gritty of metrics, but keeping evidence or record of your citations, your online attention, your media and collaborations, recording information about public events that you've been to. The ARC has some great examples of this evidence of or the impact of your research with this high ranking impact studies, which you can have a look at. And I've just included a link here to Yale University's Telling Impact Stories, and the importance of not just having a list of numbers, but actually creating a narrative behind those numbers. what that means for the real world impact of your research rather than just a list of numbers. So it's a 5-minute little YouTube, which gives you some great ideas for that. So looking at the impact of your publications, you'd all be pretty familiar with that. I just wanted to alert you to this impact story that looks at just tracking all your online use of your research. So it collates information from altmetrics, space, and with your ORCID and Crossref and Twitter. So it provides a glimpse of how your research is being impacting. And just there's a not to forget to mention the impact of your research partnerships, and that can be very easily found in Insight, Scopus, and Web of Science. And there's another link there for more information on research evidence for your impact. And just lastly, I just wanted to show you that the library has lots of training. There's a web tutorial on this subject, so metrics for grant or promotion applications. Our experts in the field that we have at the library that actually do the metric reporting, they have a training session which you can book into specifically for metrics for grant writing and promotion. There's also one on looking further into that research engagement and impact evidence. Also, there's a whole bunch of training for publishing and research management. There's one here called Find Me the Money, which goes into more detail how you can set up this database so it's more useful for you. Publishing your data set. And just finally, there's some Liaison Librarian YouTube so that if you want to get the most out of Web of Science, Scopus, Insight, and Skyvale, and how they can best support the data that you want to extract and to show off and say how good you are. So I guess, yes, if you've got any other queries or I can help you in any way, please don't hesitate to contact me. There's my email. And yeah, that's all for today. So thank you very much. It's been very nice talking to you.